perched high on a shadow-draped ledge deep within the grotto, the poison scale needler leveled his blowgun with practiced precision. His target, the kneeling dwarf, some distance away and below. With a steady breath, he brought the tube to his lips and exhaled, a strong, controlled puff. The poison dart slipped into the air like a whisper of death, gliding silently through the cavern's stillness, but it never reached its intended mark. Unseen by the needler, the dart passed the dwarf harmlessly and struck the scaly flank of a guard drake immediately behind him, the one still dazed and swaying from the magic user's enchantment. The moment the dart impacted its scaly hide, leaving not a blemish before falling to the ground, the creature's eyes snapped into focus. The stupor vanished in an instant, replaced by a cold, predatory awareness. It was ready to kill. Welcome to Nosh Solo. And welcome back to this 8th part of the first chapter of Keep on the Borderlands by Chris Sims, using the GURPS 4th edition rule set. And this is our last introduction of the final character class, paying homage to Moldvay's basic Dungeons & Dragons rules of 1981 with the magic user. All right, so magic users are humans who have unlocked the secrets of arcane power through years of rigorous study, discipline, and practice. Figures like the legendary Merlin stand as shining examples of their craft, masters of the unseen forces that shape the world. Though physically frail and limited in arms, restricted to simple weapons like daggers and staves, and unable to wear armor or carry shields, magic users wield spells of immense power. From conjuring fire and lightning to bending minds and warping reality, their magic is both versatile and formidable. At the outset of their journey, magic users are vulnerable and must rely on cunning and caution. But as they gain experience, their spellcasting grows in potency and scope, allowing them to command ever more powerful incantations. In time, a seasoned magic user can rival kings and reshape the fate of nations. Though they begin humbly, those who walk the arcane path may one day become the most powerful beings in the realm. And with that, let's return to our combat. Okay, well, we're going to move on to the next combatant, and that is the last unarmored lizard up on the ridge line, who has aimed for 3 turns and was aiming at Penny Thistlewink Underbow. And so what we're going to do is see if he is going to try to land an attack here on Penny. So we have to remember that down here, Garen is prone. So there is no occupied, quote-unquote, hex between this lizard and Penny. However, Penny is size mod -2, which means that this lizard man is going to probably be at a negative to attack, just simply because of her size, which of course could mean that he could needle Karen. All right, well, the first thing I'm going to do is remove the pointer over here and just clear up our map a little bit. There we go. And the next thing I'm going to do is get the actual range here from this unarmored lizard, or what we're calling the needlers, to Penny. And I believe that that distance is 17 yards or a -6. So if we click on Penny here and click on the needler, it should show us, well, maybe not. Give me one moment. I guess what's happening is you can't see the range modifier for the enemy combatant, only for the player characters. Okay, so the size modifier of these needlers, I'm going to just identify them. What the heck? There we go. Poison scale needlers, that's what they're called. What is their size mod anyway? Let's just take a look here. So they are size mod 0. So they're going to be at -2 to hit Penny. So let's just start from the top. We'll go over to the needler and we'll start populating the modifiers. So because they've been aiming, they get a +1 for their accuracy bonus. They get an additional +2 for aiming for 3 turns. There is a size modifier of -2 for Penny. And the range is at -6, and that should be calculated when I make the attack roll. So overall, they've got a +1 to hit at this range. Let's see if they do it. Here comes the roll. 1 dart coming your way, Penny. And critical failure. Oh, how sweet it is. Now, unfortunately, with ranged attacks, I don't know that this really does too terrible a thing, but I still think it needs to be rolled on the critical miss table. Don't you just love it when these critical fails happen? So yes, indeed, we're going to call up the critical miss table, and then we will see how poorly this person does. It'd just be so awesome if they sucked the dart back into their mouth. Somehow I don't think that's going to come up as a result. Okay, you drop the weapon, except the cheap weapon breaks. And yeah, so it says here, these include solid crushing weapons, magic weapons, firearms, and fine and very fine weapons of all kind. Okay, so basically he drops the tube. The question is, does he drop the tube down the embankment? Dun dun dun! So we're going to let fate decide. And this is where we're going to go over to his reaction modifiers and see if good old fate will play its part. Now, if there isn't a reaction modifier box for me to activate on the NPC sheet here, then I may just have to do this using another character who has that capability. But I'm just going to quickly take a look-see, and I don't think there is any reaction roll on these sheets, unfortunately. So, okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to call up Velistra, and we're going to go to her reaction. And up here you can see that there's a roll reaction button. And we're going to have her roll reaction. Now, what will the universe decide? I'm going to say that on a neutral, the universe is indifferent, and in that case, I'll roll a 1d6. On a 1 to 3, it falls down. On a 4 to 6, it kind of drops down at his feet. But anything worse than neutral, that tube has clattered down to the floor of the grotto. Let's see what happens. Neutral. Oh, the universe is indifferent. Okay, so we're going to take this D6 here. On a 1 to 3, the tube clatters down to the cavern floor. On a 4 to 6, it falls to his feet. Oh, it falls to his feet. Okay, all right. So he is still going to be labeled as not having a weapon. And that means I will find the dropped weapon effect, and we will put that on him. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate for the Needler. That aim is wasted. That shot is wasted. So I'm going to take the aim off him, and we're going to go to our next combatant. But I'm going to make a note that this tube has dropped to his feet. And we're back. Okay, so let's advance the tracker and see who's up next for action. And that is Garen Stonevale. So Garen has remained prone. And so he, I think, is still going to try to hack at this guard drake rather than waste a turn trying to get up where he can't attack. So his attack should be at -4. Okay, so we're going to drop a -4 mod into the box here. We'll call up his character sheet. There he is. And we'll go over to his combat tab, over to his broadsword, and we will do a swing at the guard drake. And that is a success by 3. Awesome sauce. Okay. So the drake will get a chance to defend itself. I don't think it's got anything special going on, but I'm just going to double check that. Guard drake number 2. Since I have not re-engaged this combat for a few days, let me just scroll back up and see. Guard drake 2. No, not a thing there. Okay, so guard drake 2 has a... let's see. He is now... Yeah, he's definitely standing. He's no longer even kneeling, as it were. So he's going to get his full dodge. Let's see if he dodges. And he fails by 5. Okay. Well done, Garen. Let's get you rolling some damage on this drake. 2. Okay, so for a total of 5 points. And that's going to be 4 points of injury on the drake. I can't believe it, but is this the first time? No, he's already had injury before. So we're going to apply the 4 points of cutting damage. This now takes into 1/3 his hit points, which means that he is going to be at half move and dodge. All right. So he's down to 3 hit points. And he lets out a shrill scream and a hiss as Garen's blade slices into his haunch. Now that means that he is going to be at -4, I believe. It's going to be at -4 for shock. So we're going to drop that shock modifier on him. But it wasn't a major wound in the end. So we'll just drop that shock modifier on him. And let's get that down there. Come on now. There we go. Okay. All right. So we'll carry on down the line and go to our next combatant. Sister Haleen. Oh my. Well, probably in the last session, I should have rolled for her to stay conscious before I rolled to see if she was unstunned. Yeah. Well, this time I'm going to correct that. So first, we roll to see if she stays conscious. Oh my. How lucky or blessed do you think she is? Health of 11. Okay, here we go. Does she stay conscious? And she fails by 1. Well, Sister Haleen is out of the combat. So I'm just simply going to pause this and put down a sort of an unconscious figure on the ground there. Okay, there. So we've put a representation of a very badly wounded fighter on the floor. And all credit goes to Steve Jackson Games for this image, which actually, I think, came out of the GURPS Man-to-Man product way back in 1985. So great little graphic there to represent a dead character, and in true GURPS fashion. But certainly check out and consider purchasing and downloading that resource if you want to go into some classic GURPS before even 3rd edition. Okay, let's carry forward. So yeah, I've taken her out of the combat tracker. So the next person who can go is Thrumli. So Thrumli had been kneeling, and he is going to, oh my, surrounded by enemies. What should he do? I think he is going to remain. No, he's going to take a change posture, and he is going to simply go standing. So he will take a change posture for this turn. Okay, and then we come to Velistra, and Velistra, she is going to start to concentrate, but I think she is going to take a step back because she does not want to get into harm's way. So she takes a step back, and we're going to drop a concentrate on her, and that way she's preparing for her next spell, which is probably going to be another daze. There we go. Okay, and well, I guess I can remove one of those concentrates instead of having 2. We'll take the one off with the numbers on it. There we go. Okay, so everyone is now taking and starting their 5th turn, their 5th second of combat, which brings us to the Greenscale Trapper. So he had last turn readied his spear. So I'm going to take that off, and he is now going to attack Thrumli. And so we'll drop an attack maneuver onto him. And he, with that spear, should have a reach of 2. I'm just going to confirm that. Yes, indeed. So he is using it with a reach of 2, with a 2-handed thrust, basically. So with that in mind, let's see. He's within range of Thrumli. Thrumli is kneeling, so there should be a penalty for, I think, only if that's a ranged attack. I will correct myself if I'm wrong. Yeah, so all he has to do is roll his attack dice, because he's just going for a torso shot. And this technically is still in one of Thrumli's shield hexes in this way here. Let's see if he hits him. Success by 0. Okay, so Thrumli was in the process of getting up. That was what he chose as his maneuver last turn. So he's free to take any active defense, and because it's coming on the line here, I'm going to say it's not in his rear side hex here. It's certainly sort of definitely straddling that line, if you will. But yeah, I'm going to say the attack is is not coming from that side hex and still consider it in his front hex. Okay, so did Thrumli defend in what is considered this is still his turn with a block or a legal parry? Okay, well, on his last turn, that is on his fourth turn, Thrumli did block an attack from Kesk, but this is now Thrumli's. He had taken a new turn and had chosen to change his posture. So because he'd taken a new maneuver and it was his turn, he should be able to block this attack, but he cannot block again if he's attacked by anyone else. He'll have to choose dodge or parry. Okay, so let's see. The Greenscale Trapper did succeed in hitting him. So we will have Thrumli try to block this, and he is going to burn another fatigue point. He needs that. He wants that +2 modifier for feverish defense, and he also gets his DB bonus from his shield against his torso, and that should be it. I don't think he's going to try to move to increase that block by 1. Let's see if he blocks the spear attack. Success by 2. All right, so just did it. So the spearhead glances off the shield. Okay, next in combat is Guard Drake 1, who is instantly ready. So Guard Drake is going to, I think, attack Thrumli. Why not? Thrumli's right there. So I'm going to zoom in on the Guard Drake, and we're going to see if I can't rotate him, and we'll get him like so. And he is attacking in Thrumli's side hex. No, he's not. Thrumli's front hexes are, let's see, here, and here. Oh yeah, he is. He's attacking from Thrumli's side hex. So he's in close combat with Thrumli. He's attacking him from the side hex. This should be fun. Okay, so Guard Drake, you aren't stunned. You are at 1/3 your hit points, halving your move and dodge. But and you got 2 hit points left. Okay, so I think you are going to try to bite Thrumli. And you succeed by 8. Okay, so Thrumli, you are going to have to defend against this, but you are at a disadvantage because it's coming in from your side hex. And you can't block it because it's actually on the other side of what your shield can cover. You have a ready axe, but yeah, he's going to dodge, but he's also going to do a dodge and retreat. So he's going to step out, which he can do. It's going to give him a +3 to his dodge. He is going to do a feverish defense, and that's going to give him a +2 on top of that for +5. And he gets the defensive bonus of his shield, which is 2. Let's see if he can dodge this. Yes, he does. Okay. All right. Who is next? It is Guard Drake 2, who is at 3 hit points. I think, and in shock. So I think in this case, I'm going to rule that the Guard Drakes are kind of like, they're severely injured. They're down to like 3 hit points. So I think the Guard Drake is now going to start to back off this combat and start to go lick its wounds somewhere. So they're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and change their facing. And this leaves us with Kesk. Okay, so Kesk, he is going to, I think Kesk will take, let's see. Well, Kesk could step into this hex. There is only the body of Sister Haleen. He could do that and attack the Thalwyn. He could also step into this hex where presumably Garen is partly lying down and try to attack Kale. Or he could take a step back and try to hammer Thrumli. And Thrumli's only defense really would be another dodge, or again to try to parry with that axe. I think he doesn't want to have that dwarf behind him. I think he's going to step back, and he is going to try to hammer the dwarf with the dual weapon attack. So here we go. And is he in shock? Yes, he is. He's going to be at -2 for these attacks. Here's attack 1. And that's a hit. And here's attack 2. And failed by 1. Okay, so 1 attack gets through. All right. Okay, Thrumli, what you got? You got a dodge 7, +2 from your +2 from your shield. That puts you at 9. Do you dare burn another? Oh, you're getting so down there, dude. But I think he'd be better because this guy does such good damage. So he can't do another dodge and retreat because he did it once. And I believe that only applies to 1 attack in your turn. Yeah, so it is just for defense against the lizard, the Drake's attack. So, Thrumli, you got to stay where you are. And like I say, you're going to get a +2 for the feverish defense. And you get a +2 from your shield. So you get a +4 on top of your dodge. Let's see what happens. And success by 0. All right, so you are one lucky dwarf. My gosh. Okay, let's go on down the tracker here. Kale. Okay, so Kale is going to step, and with his rapier, he is going to try to stab Kesk. Sounds like a reasonable approach for a rogue. So Kale, you haven't even been touched in this combat. Let's see if you can hit that old Dragonborn.